Hello, my name is Boyst. I'm a Senior Technical Director here at Avomeen, and I oversee our Product Development and Innovation Business Unit. And I'm here today to talk about the Cosmos Standard and what it is and how it can be used by your company in developing new innovative products and additional new products on the market and help you to claim additional market space. The Cosmos Standard comes from the Cosmetic, Organic, and Natural Standard. It is a single harmonized international standard for natural and organic cosmetic products. It was created by 5 organizations that are involved in organic and cosmetic standards, and it started around January 2010. And when we look at the Cosmos standards and what they mean, they can really help in a number of different ways for your product and your company. It helps to ensure that there's a known standard in a level playing field, and that the companies can have more efficient operations on their claim structures. It brings clarity and confidence to the consumer so they know that they're getting a high value product. And it also helps promote sustainability in development of these products. So in this standard, there are general requirements usually related to forbidden or banned materials. Commonly, these things include like nano materials that can absorb through the skin and present challenges to systemic absorption, which may not be required in a cosmetic product. Obviously, it's great for pharmaceuticals, possibly cosmeceuticals, but here, Cosmos, they are not allowed. Similarly, the genetically modified organisms, different plants that have been selectively genetically modified, should not be a high constituency in the final product. Having them at very low, less than 1% contribution into the final product. Also banned, not surprisingly, are animal tests, things that are eye irritation in patch testing with animals. That is not something that a Cosmos certified product is allowed to do. That doesn't mean that testing cannot be performed to substantiate label claims. There are appropriate simulants that have shown similarities between animal test, human test, and these in vitro or non-live animal tests. And at Avomeen, we have a lot of contacts with companies that are performing these non-animal safety assessment tests. And much like the forbidden ingredients, we have developed a large supplier base that we can draw from when we're creating your product that will allow us to meet the requirements, not including nanomaterials and GMOs and synthetics products and synthetic material in your product. Some of the terminology, as with any industry, there's terminology that can seem overwhelming. Here's some of the more commonly used terms, and just to kind of help people understand what they mean and how they can apply to the Cosmos standard in creating a good product for your company. So the first one is the PPAI, or the physically processed agro-ingredients. Mainly this applies to physically processed plants, animals, or things of microbial origin. And these are things that have been extracted from a physical process or have been expressed from the different bacteria, such as enzymes, that can be collected. And there's certain requirements that these physically processed natural material have to meet as far as the CITES guidelines. And as you can see there, it's called the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. Now, there's other certain forbidden classifications, which again link back to the genetically modified plants and microorganisms. And additionally, these need to be primary materials that are extracted from living or slaughtered animals. Ingredients of animal origin can be allowed, but they must be produced by the animal and not actually a part of the animal. Great example of this is lanolin produced from lamb's wool. It can be extracted from the lamb's wool. It's naturally produced by the animal, but it's not a part of the animal. It's a part of the animal that is sheared for other industrial applications in wool making. They also cannot entail the death of the animal, and they have certain processes that are outlined in an appendix guideline. And again, lanolin is a great example here. Other common terms like CPAI, or chemically processed agro-ingredients, are another thing of concern and consideration when formulating products to the Cosmos standard. Usually this entails any chemically processed part of a plant, animal, or microbial organism. And again, this needs to meet the requirements outlined in the CITES. And again, as previously stated, this bans genetically modified plants and animals. And again, things that need to be extracted from a living animal and not from a slaughtered one. And so again, there's additional appendices with long list of do's and don'ts. But again, Avomeen has a lot of experience in this realm, and it can help navigate these with you as we work to develop your formulations or innovate on an existing formulation. This pertains mainly to minerals that are like clay or salt that can be in a lot of different cosmetic products, or even pigments. So again, there's special consideration there, and there's special designation of different raw materials that can be used in developing the formulation or innovation on one of your existing formulations. And lastly, there's the alcohol and enzymes that can be produced by fermentation that can be considered chemically processed agro-ingredients, and they have their own special requirements. And we can talk about that and how these things will fit into your product. In the selection of the raw materials that are to be used in your Cosmos certified product, there's generally two routes to get a Cosmos signature on the raw material. So one of these is that organic ingredients have to be present, and that a maximum of 2% of petrochemical moieties can be included in the final product. The organic content must appear on the label prominently. And the reason that they do allow some petrochemicals in modified natural products is that many of our favorite products need to have these petrochemical or petrochemically derived products in the material to provide additional stability or a longer shelf life for your product. And at times there's other ways that we can help formulate around this 2% if you want to be completely free of any petrochemicals. But that's something that comes with cost and consideration. And we can help you understand the differences and the benefits of using either petrochemicals or other natural substitutions that we can make, and the impact on your cost and the stability of your product. And the other route for getting a Cosmos signature is that it's Cosmos approved, which is different than the Cosmos certified as we just spoke of. So on a Cosmos approved product, it contains little to no organic content, and it does not allow the claim of organic certification. And now as far as a finished cosmetic product, there's again two demarcations for the Cosmos certification. And that is Cosmos Organic, where a product must meet the guidance in all aspects, all of the standard guidances in Cosmos. It must meet the required percentage of organic ingredients, again, the 98% organic. A good example would be of our soaps and cleaners, shampoos, conditioners, which the raw material can be from an organic source, but they need to be chemically treated for them to become surfactants. And what that means is that they are more effective at cleaning and removing dirt, grime, oil from the skin or the hair. And they also may need to be in there for other properties, like in some foundations or lipsticks, to help give better shine or better adhesion to the skin. With our expertise here at Avomeen, we can help sort of navigate the difference between organic and natural in the Cosmos standard and help you select the best approach for your product or your innovation on your existing product. A finished cosmetic product can be certified Cosmos Organic if they meet the following requirements. Minimum 20% of the product must be organic. At least 95% of the physically processed agro-ingredients must also be organic. And the remaining PPAI must be organic if it is listed in Appendix 6. And the chemically processed ingredients also can be organic if they are listed in another additional appendices. And there can only be a maximum of 2% of the petrochemicals, as we have gone over previously. Additionally, for the organic guidance, there is an adapted guidance for certain product types. And what this means is that the total organic content in the finished cosmetic product can be reduced from 20 down to 10%. Now, there's certain product types that meet this criteria, and those are products that are rinsed off, like a shampoo or a face wash or other things that are meant to cleanse the body. Additionally, non-emulsified aqueous products, so products that do not contain an oil in water or a water in oil type product. So things that are 90+% oil may contain natural organic material inside a mostly water-based formulation. And then lastly is the mineral products. Think of your pressed powders, eyeshadow, things of that nature, where the mineral content is at least 80% or so. And so when you have that high of a mineral content, it is not always feasible to have the rest of the raw material in the finished product be organic. And so again, they will lower the threshold from 20 to 10%. Other product types that can be organic under the adapted guidance are things like soap, alcohol spritzers, and perfumes. And this is due to the high amount of fragrance that can be added to these products that are volatile. So for an organic alcohol spritzer or perfume, it must contain at least 95% of an alcohol that meets the PPAI and certified organic. And this usually means in the bioreactors, in fermentation vessels, where the alcohol is made, that it comes from an organic feedstock, an organic process. And for a soap to meet the adapted organic guidance, its raw materials must come from plant oils that have not been changed and that meet the organic PPAI requirements of greater than 95%. When soap noodles are used and other ingredients, at least 95% of the PPAI and CPAI soaps must be organic. And again, these are referring to the surfactants. And so here at Avomeen, we have a lot of experience and a wealth of suppliers that are able to provide us with material that can meet these guidance to make your products or adjust your innovative product. Now, what we're looking at here is the soap equations. These soap equations here will help Avomeen ensure that we're meeting the organic percentage required so that you may label your product as Cosmos certified. And so it's not very complicated math. Basically, it comes out to balancing out the ratio of our saponified ingredients versus our organically saponified ingredients, summing that up to calculate the percentage of organic ingredients. Now, as we keep that in mind, the ingredients that are additives and not used for saponification, and here we have given an example of citric acid, aren't considered in the above equations. And there's other natural acid or bases and other additives that we aren't going to be part of this equation. And that's where we have that 95% allowable limit, as mentioned in the previous slide. Now keep in mind that the remaining physically processed agro-ingredients must be organic and listed in the appendix there, Appendix 6. Now, for a Cosmos Natural certification, and this is on your finished cosmetic product, they need to meet certain requirements to carry the Cosmos certification. At least 95% of our physically processed agro-ingredients must be organic. The remaining physically processed agro-ingredients must be organic as listed in the special Appendix 6. And the chemically processed ingredients again must be organic as listed in Appendix 7. And all that's a long rigmarole of saying that there's certain ingredients and raw materials to go into your finished product that must meet the specialized criteria. And this criteria is something that Avomeen has a lot of experience in dealing with in creating Cosmos approved cosmetics. And additionally to carrying the Cosmos approved seal, manufacturers and brand owners of the raw materials in your finished product. And what this stands for is that when a manufacturer or a brand owner or marketing company does not have raw materials that meet the organic content guidelines for the other two, Cosmos Natural or Cosmos Organic, there's minimum requirements that they need to meet. And here, they don't want to have any organic material in there. And here, no organic content requirement, minimum requirement, is present. The raw materials still have to not contain nanomaterial or GMOs or things that have been irradiated. And all the ingredients must have been validated to their category relating to the PPAI, CPAI, water, minerals, alcohol, what have you. So there's 3 distinct pathways and different approvals, again, to carry the Cosmos seal on your product. And Avomeen can help guide you in the development of your products to ensure that they are of the highest quality to the Cosmos standards. Now, obtaining certification goes through an authorized certification body. And this is based on documentation that's been validated and on-site inspected. This takes into account the entire process from the raw materials to the final product. These certification bodies must be part of the association of the Cosmos Standard and the ASIBL. What that means is when we are developing your products, we will be engaging with raw material manufacturers that are able to meet these Cosmos standards. And then depending if you will be manufacturing or you will be outsourcing your manufacturing of your product, that we have to have the facility in which the final products will be manufactured certified. And it is not an overly difficult process, and Avomeen can help guide you or your contract manufacturer through the process of obtaining certification. What are we really interested in is usually the final formulations. In Avomeen's product development division, we are well known for achieving a high success rate, produced many different Cosmos certified cosmetic products. And what does that mean, and how do we go about achieving that? Well, there's a couple of different ways, and one of them is modifying an existing formula. So if you or your company has a very successful formulation on the market, and you're looking for a new innovative or marketing edge, then we can take that formulation and refresh it and take it to the next level by swapping out different raw materials to create a Cosmos certified final product. And that will entail various things where we will evaluate your formulation, identify what is a non-compliant material, and either look for an appropriate vendor to replace and do formulation and stability studies to ensure that the new raw material has not impacted your final product. And we'll go through and do the calculations to determine which Cosmos standard your product can and will meet, whether Cosmos Organic, Cosmos Approved, Cosmos Natural. In addition to modifying your existing formulations, Avomeen is known also for our innovation work, where clients will often bring us new ideas and new concepts. And we'll go through and develop novel formulations around their concept and work with them in a hand-in-glove relationship to develop these products. And the way that we go about that is taking the customer's preferences and specifications into consideration while we do our proof of concept formulation work. And then through iterations, we winnow down the materials of choice into a final product and ensure that it is Cosmos source approved and that the final calculations meet the requirements for the certification standard that the client desires. Now that we've gone through a lot of information about what Cosmos is and some of the requirements that it takes to become a Cosmos registered and certified formulation and product, I'll give you a couple of case studies, how we go about on how we approach these types of projects, and what that can look like and how we can interact with you and your company to help you get these products developed and out on the market. So we typically will be approached by various entrepreneurs or established companies to develop new products or refresh their existing ones. And when we go after looking at products that are on the market, quite often clients will come to us and say that they like certain aspects of one commercial formulation here and certain aspects of this commercial formulation, and can we bring them together, or we really want to benchmark against this formulation, but we want to have it made differently, so that it's an all-natural product as opposed to something that is not going to meet the Cosmos requirements. We'll do some benchmark testing in the laboratory to understand the performance of the marketed product, and we'll use that as guidelines when we're going through and creating the new formulation. And as we sort of go through and select the raw materials that meet the Cosmos guidelines. During the product development portion of these projects, we typically go through several dozen iterations of these, and we will provide samples to the client for feedback on their haptics, their look, feel, smell, if smell's a requirement, to really understand what they would like adjusted. Everybody has a very particular set of standards, and we could be meeting the benchmark that we have done earlier in the evaluation of the marketed products, but there may still be something that each client wants to have adjusted uniquely. And we are more than happy to work with you to realize your dreams. When we have a lot of back and forth and a very active and engaged client, it actually helps us drive the innovation cycle, the product development cycle, faster. So we love an engaged client who likes to ask questions. And we do this for two reasons. They can help accelerate the innovation timeline by providing prompt and accurate feedback. And we don't mind them asking questions either. In fact, your questions are welcomed and encouraged. We want you to be fully aware of your product and the ingredients that are in there, so that when you go to talk with prospective buyers, you can talk intelligently about the formulation and how the formulation is going to perform, and what the ingredients actually mean and do, and why they exist in the formulation. Once we've achieved a final formulation that meets the criteria for the client and for us internally, we'll be doing the sort of final adjustments to make sure that we meet the Cosmos certification the client has requested. The finished product, that receives the Cosmos certification, when the product receives the Cosmos Natural certification, it can serve as a key differentiator in the marketplace and give your product the edge in winning shelf space and devoted clients and winning devoted customers. Today, the cosmetic companies that are getting Cosmos Natural certification are already winning shelf space in stores and especially online. Buyers for large stores and individual customers really like to have a Cosmos certification stand behind their favorite products. And at Avomeen, we can help deliver on that differentiator to you and your prospective clients, buyers, and customers. In working with our formulation team, we can even help with some of the marketing language in and around your product. So, in conclusion, the Cosmos standards are strict requirements that each product must meet before achieving certification. Current product formulations may be modified to meet this Cosmos standard, and it may not take a whole lot of time, effort, and expense. And additionally, sort of these new novel formulations that people are dreaming up every day. When you're going to invest in creating a new product, why not invest in a product that can carry additional marketability? And here at Avomeen, we have a team of formulators with a proven track record of success in modifying and developing formulations that meet the Cosmos standards and delivering to our client exceptional formulations that meet their criteria. Lastly, we would like to share some links with you guys. All of you have stuck with us here till the end of the webinar. Here are several links on the different Cosmos standards and a link to our product development page. And at the bottom is an email where you can get started. Ready to partner? So are we. Look forward to talking with you